Deconverted man here. Hey, Vigilant Christian. Never did a video on you. Guess it's about time I did. There you have a video. Disagreement isn't hate. And a lot of your fans agree with your position, because woe to the Christian that disagrees with the LGBT person. Oh, I can't share my religion and not be called a bigot. When your religion is full of bigotry, hey, if the shoe fits, wear it. Now, I could agree with you if only you actually cared about what the Bible really says and realized that homosexuality isn't in the Bible. I know the word is now, but it wasn't always, and what they mean by what they're saying has nothing to do with what we're talking about today. But who cares about history and facts when you can use the Bible and your religion to hide behind and continue your bigotry and call it a disagreement? Well, my religion says that all Christians are evil and vile and wicked and sick and twisted and despicable and yucky, especially people that call themselves vigilant. They're horrible. They are just disgusting and should be made of daily. But see, that's just my religion. It's just a disagreement. That's just how I see the world. And why is it that you get so offended when I try to tell you my view? It's my religion. Why can't I just have it? Disagreement, please. What a bunch of bull. No, you have hate. You have hardcore hate for selected, cherry-picked sins that you think are in the Bible but actually aren't, and you and others like you have no problem sharing just how much you hate people. And then you go, oh, well, I don't hate the person, I hate the sin. It's the same thing. It is. And you know it, and we know it, and yes, you are a bigot, and you are scum, and you are terrible, and I get to point it out, and you don't get to hide behind your religion and plead persecution. Bull. Shame on you. For shame. What a reputable human being that you are. You can't even have the guts to stand up and say, oh yeah, this is what I think is the way it is. Forget about what your religion says. What do you really think? See, either you're fine with LGBT or you're not. Which is it? Put your religion aside. Put it aside. Put it aside. I know it's really hard, but put it aside. Forget what your book says. Do you have a problem with it? If the answer is no, then your book was wrong if you think it said it was fine. And if you think that your book says it's fine, and you say it's fine, do you say it's fine because that's what your magical book told you to say? Don't you have a brain that you can decide on your own? Stop using your holy book to decide what is right and wrong. That's a novel idea. I know. Just use your actual brain. And don't hide behind it and say, well, this book said, you know, blah, blah, blah. And here, I'll just grab a random book. Sorry, Star Trek Spectre. I've never read you anyway. No, I read you once. Okay, so this book says that you're evil. Nah, so you're evil. I can't think for myself. That's what my book says. I'm really sorry, Star Trek Spectre. I'm sorry. You were actually a pretty decent book, if I remember. I haven't read you in a while. Oh, sorry. So, don't hide behind your religion and say, oh, well, it's just a disagreement. I'm just disagreeing with you. You see, your whole lifestyle and everything that you are is a complete sin, and that means you're not going to heaven like me. It's just a small little disagreement. You're just going to burn in eternity. Yeah, I get that you don't believe that, or you don't want me to say that because it makes you upset. Like, oh, you're one of those people that goes to that LGBT church that says that that's not the truth? Well, we just have a different disagreement in theology. You know, the Pentecostals, not all of them, but a few, sincerely think that if you don't speak in the tongues, you don't have the Holy Spirit, so you're not really saved. Hey, Vigilant Christian, speak some tongues for us so that we can know that you're saved. If not, and they're right, then you're wrong. Well, I guess you just have a theological disagreement. One that's going to land you in hell if they're right and you're wrong, but, you know, it's just a little disagreement. The Church of Christ, not all of them, but some, will insist that you have to be baptized in full immersion or it didn't count. Now, the one I attended not only insisted that, but also insisted that you had to understand, accept, and know, without a doubt, why that was so important, and really believe that that was the only way to be baptized or it didn't count. So if they're right and you're wrong, well, you're going to hell. But it's just a small little disagreement. Don't be upset at them for telling you that you're going to hell. It's just a little disagreement. It's just a tiny, tiny little difference of theology. If you were vigilant, you would know what the Bible really actually says regarding homosexuality. By the way, it doesn't address transgender because why doesn't it address transgender? Almost as if the people at the time weren't aware of it to write it down. But I thought this was inspired by God. Oh, man. Almost like God didn't know about it yet. I don't know. He didn't have anything to say about it. That's weird. No hermaphrodites are mentioned? That's really kind of weird. It's like they don't exist either, huh? It's almost as if they didn't know what that was. But it's God. He's supposed to know everything. Well, maybe it wasn't important. Like, I mean, microwaves aren't mentioned in the Bible, so, you know, is using a microwave right or wrong? I don't know. It doesn't say anything about it in the Bible, so, maybe? Hey, it doesn't talk about oral stimulation at all in the Bible. Is that okay? Can we do that? Or, like, it doesn't tell you, like, what to do or not to do during the, the love-making act. So it's not really specific there. It's kind of a problem. Because, like, you know, I might enjoy, I don't know, sticking my toe in my nose and, you know. That's for you, Toby Kid. But, you know, it doesn't say if that's right or wrong in the Bible. But maybe you think it's wrong. And then we have a disagreement. Actually, we actually do have a disagreement. You say that sticking my toe in my nose is wrong. Hold on. Why did I smell it? Hold on. Do I like the smell or not? Can't decide. Need more. This is turning into a different sort of video. Okay, hold on. Okay. Come on, be converted. Come on. Oh, wait. Kind of like that too. Oh, right. So, in conclusion, S&M isn't in the Bible, so it's fine. No, that wasn't it. Listen here, you vigilant piece of stuff. If you were so vigilant, you would know that the Bible actually doesn't say anything bad about homosexuality, that that's an English insertion that happened way later on, and that the actual original language talks about certain situations when not to have sex. And every single passage that you think is about homosexuality isn't about actual homosexuality. And actually the Bible doesn't comment on actual homosexuality one way or the other. And even if you go, whether you go to the Jewish people themselves, who seem to kind of have like this weird thing where they're like, well, it seems that it's really wrong for men but not for women. But they too are not looking at the actual original language and what they said. They too have fallen prey to the English translation of the Bible, and rather than, actually studying it, because, it's only the book written by God, it's the most important book in the world, so why bother researching it or knowing anything about it? I don't know. There's just a little disagreement there that we have here. How's this, Vigilant? Tell you what. You make a different video. And in this video, you do your vigilance, and you look at the history of the Bible. You look at the original language, all the places that it talks about homosexuality in English, and you look at the original languages, the oldest versions of the Bible that you can find out there that are available. eSword has some of them, but I don't know if I would really go that route. I would go a different route, but nonetheless, depending on how studious you are, vigilant that you really are, go find all that truth out, and then report back that you were wrong about the Bible saying anything about homosexuality in any way, shape, or form. And you do that due vigilance, and then after that, because I want to see that video next, then after that I'll at least grant that you're vigilant. Christian, no, you're lazy. You're lazy. If you really want to be a follower of Christ, what was the only command issued by Christ? Oh, the golden rule, right? So, are you treating LGBT people the way that you want to be treated? Well, it sounds like you're really upset when they or anyone else calls you a bigot for telling them that they're sinners. Because they aren't sinners, according to your own Bible, but you don't know that because you're ignorant. And you're saying that you're sinners. Well, guess what? The Bible tells you not to do that either. You have a ginormous log hanging out of your eye, and you're telling other people that they have this teeny little speck of wood in their eye. Judge not, lest ye be judged. How many things wrong in your own Bible are you doing by making this video? A lot. That's how many. I didn't count. So, no to your stupid, idiotic, disrespectful idea in this video. It's not true. You know it's not true. I know it's not true, and I'm pointing out that it's not true. You don't have a little teeny tiny disagreement. You have nothing but hate. Now that I've said my piece, I'm going to stick my toe in my nose, and this is all Toby's fault. Oh yeah. Oh, that's good. Oh man. Okay, this is Deconverted Man. I'll talk to you later. Gotta go.